Hey guys, today we've got a full game of Warzone. I haven't uploaded one of these videos in a long time, and to be honest, I haven't been playing Warzone much at all. Obviously things got out of hand recently with all the cheating. That's well documented. A lot of big streamers stopped playing Warzone, started playing Apex. I just stopped playing all of it because I got fucking pissed off. It's like impossible to get any kind of good game footage when you're constantly running into these superhuman players that know where you are at all times, don't miss any shots, and are impossible to outmaneuver. But that said, things seem to be different at the moment. It actually feels like you stand a chance. I don't know why that is. Whether that's because I've fallen down the skill-based matchmaking rankings, or because of the recent ban wave and there's just not as many cheaters. It actually feels like, I don't know, it feels like a game that you can play that you might stand a chance of winning if you actually do a good job, which makes a massive change. Right, so this is a game of Buyback solos, and actually that's the only Battle Royale mode you can do on the Verdansk map at the moment, which is an interesting choice. They've got rid of all the main Battle Royale modes, but I am enjoying Buybacks. It's adding an interesting dynamic to the game. Obviously there's no gulags, so you don't have to put up with the funky weapons. It's just, if you've got the money, you can come back. You get your everyone's first gulag is effectively a win, because everyone starts off with one extra life. So that's kind of nice. But then the rest of it's down to how well you're actually doing in the game. If you're slaughtering people, you're picking up loads of cash, you're just gonna keep being able to come back. I don't know. I'm 50-50 as to whether or not that's a good thing, but it's fun for now, and it's leading to some interesting gameplay, like I was saying. Like for example, when the loadout drops and there's multiple boxes but there's no one else around, you kind of have an idea that someone's probably gonna try and land on it, because you know they've died and they've been automatically brought back in, so you can hang around and take them out. Likewise, when you kill someone, you got a good idea that if they've got their loadout gear, they're probably coming back for it, or if they've got reasonable guns. But the game does try and make you spawn quite a distance away from where you died, but more often than not, people make the flight back. Even though it's nearly 2 kilometers, something like that. And you'll see some of that in this game. I think I definitely kill the same person multiple times in this game, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It feels a bit cheap. Like, if you've beaten that person in a gunfight once and it was a decisive win, let's say, you're more likely going to win the next one. So it does feel a bit cheap and a bit like you're getting artificially higher kill counts at times, but it is still kind of fun. And one thing I'm not liking is the games are taking quite a long time to play. It's like 30 minutes to play a full game. It's just a bit long. I think I only played 3 games when I played this day, because I just don't have time to sit around and play any more than that. It just takes so long. And yeah, speaking of time, I'm just gonna get on with the video. I didn't record any voice chat while I was playing, so I'm just gonna talk over it. I actually made some good plays for a change, so I might explain what I'm doing, but not because I think I'm good, but because I thought it actually panned out quite well, or something like that. Yes, so on with the video. Alright, so we actually get off to a bit of a bad start, as you're about to see. We died pretty early on here. It was annoying though. It felt like I died more to a desync situation. Like, it feels like he was on a completely different timeline to me. I didn't have any chance of getting this guy. But he also had his loadout, so maybe that was it. I don't know. So yeah, I die. Okay, so you get brought back in, and one of the good things about Buyback solos is they seem to have put more trucks back in. And I know trucks are controversial. Not everyone likes them. It's a bit of a hack move to roam around in a truck trying to get kills, but I don't know. It's more fun. I don't like standing still. I don't like camping buildings, and unfortunately solos leads to a lot of camping, so a truck is almost a good countermeasure to that. Well, if there's a truck, I'm taking it. I'm not faffing about. Yeah, the one thing about not playing much is my aim's a little off now. Alright, skipping forward a bit, loadout's coming. There's multiple boxes. I actually go with the M13 and SPR loadout. Both Modern Warfare weapons, which is another controversial choice. Yeah, obviously a lot of Modern Warfare weapons have been nerfed relative to the Black Ops ones, but I mean these are pretty good. I think the M13 got a slight buff. And the SPR has always been good. It's pretty much never not been good, and it's really clean to snipe with. And you can kind of see. I think this guy that must have been his loadout. He must know it's watched. So he doesn't seem to come for it. Oh yeah, I get shot in the back here. I do not know where these shots come from at the time, and even now, like looking out. And I can see, watching it back, I can see there's a guy on top of the hangar. But I think at this point I still don't know where he shot me from. I just sort of know the general direction. And I'm like, let's go for the truck. And he happens to jump off. I think he's got the same idea. Obviously, I jump back out because if I don't, he's just going to shoot me in the back of the head and take the truck anyway. So, luckily, I don't think he had much more than a pistol. But he was getting some fucking good shots on me. He was doing some damage. And yeah, we passed this red door. And, I don't know, they're a new addition to the game. I don't really know much about them. They've even changed recently as well. I went in this one, and it took me to a corridor with 6 other doors. Didn't really look around much. I didn't really understand what was going on. I bet there's some kind of technique for knowing where to go. I just picked one at random and jumped through it. I guess where it leads? Fucking nowhere. So that's great. Now I'm basically finding my feet again. I could be jumping into all sorts of shit, but you know, that's the risk of going through random doors, I guess. And obviously the first thing I do is try and find another truck. And one of the interesting things about buybacks, and there being more trucks, and obviously money's like a commodity you need to stay alive, is that it's actually worthwhile taking most wanted contracts. You get 6 Gs if you complete it. Obviously a truck gives you that protection so you can survive the full 3 minutes. But as soon as I just pull out, yeah, this guy's shooting me with a pipe cleaner. I know it's not a pipe cleaner, it's a combat bow. And I don't know what they've done to the combat bow. When it first came out, you could take down vehicles quite easily. Like, I think it was used to. You got it from one of the hangars near Millbase, and you could use it to take down the chopper that came in for one of the Rambo side quest thingy bobs. It was inside one of the hangars. You trigger it by going to the computer and the map inside the hangar, and it would cause aerial bombardment on top of the hangar. So if anyone was hanging around, they'd get killed by it, and then you'd have to take out the chopper afterwards. And you could use the combat bow that you got, and it would take like 2 shots from it to take it down. But like that guy shot me what 3 times with it, and that truck still didn't explode. But yeah, I have no idea where he's gone.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I assume that's him. I can't find him. He's just creeping along up here. How the fuck he knew where I was? Must have been making so much noise running around. But yeah, there's his combat bow. This guy, just third party in me, standard solo battle royale practice. But you see what I mean? Like normally in the past, I'd be dead here. That third party would have just beamed me. I'd be dead. And that little peek technique that worked way better than I thought it was gonna do. Like I don't know why people just rinse their mags like into walls that you're hiding behind, and you can sort of, if you time it right, you just wait for them to use most of their bullets, pop up, and just take them out. Alright, so I get a UAV here. Just looking around for some people to go play with. And yeah, that looks like someone's just dropped in. Just dropped back in.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
And obviously I just had a fight down there, so it's probably one of those guys.
You successfully defended yourself.
Yeah, and these grenades, I get no hits with these. I don't know what I was thinking, I just should have stopped throwing them. He's making a run for it. And yeah, that's Call Me Pops, which is the guy I took out just before I got third party. So this is what I'm talking about with buybacks, is it does feel a little cheap, you know, killing the same people sometimes. I don't know why he was spawned so close. I guess maybe because the zone's too small to spawn too far away. But I don't know.
Requested recon on my position.
It's not great to kill the same people over and over again.
Waypoint marked.
Alright, so marked this guy in the fire station. I'm gonna go try and find him. And I go to grab this bounty contract, hoping it'll mark the guy in the fire station. But it doesn't. I think I'm too close for that. So I'm not sure where he's gone. I'm just trying to find him. Yeah, I'm looking out and I've seen this guy in the distance on the roof. And you know, this looks like I lined it up pretty good, but just a body shot. Annoyingly, it doesn't even crack him. And maybe that could be a case against using the SPR. Because maybe the Modern Warfare snipers aren't as powerful as they used to be. But like, realistically, I think if you get shot with a sniper, that should break you no matter what. You should lose your armor. And one thing I didn't notice while I was playing was that someone just pulled into the fire station. So this must be a completely different guy. I thought at the time it was the same guy. And he'd got his loadout and he was just camping out in fire station, but must be a different guy. And I try and get eyes on him, but I can't see him for shit. I'm literally ran across the roof trying to get a better position, and it's no better. Like, how can it just be such poor visibility? I'm trying to get a shot on this guy. I don't know what he does here. It's like he knows that I'm here. But he jumps out, jumps back in, he does some funky driving, don't really know where he's going. Try and get him, but no dice. All I do is break him. Oh yeah, the bounty's over there. But yeah, I was going to say, because the zone is where it is, because high ground is as valuable as it is in Warzone. I'm heading back there. I'm gonna camp it out on the roof for a bit.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Someone steals my bounty target,
Make for target
and obviously it's lucky I was looking at the map because there's a guy right here just shooting. Oh, I don't know why I'm looking there. That's not the right building.
Be advised, enemy team is tracking your location.
Yeah, so he's on there somewhere. I can't see him. He must be on the other side. And I'm just looking around trying to find people to shoot. There's no one on the roofs. No one over at port. Yeah, I've got no chance. I'm not even going to shoot this guy. No chance of getting him. Yes, I don't know who's hunting me. I don't think they actually came for me. I think it's one of the guys in the truck.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I'm going to get free shot on this guy. It's pretty sweet. I'll try and get a doubler, but it doesn't work. Lucky, obviously, you know he's got nothing. He's just dropped back in. He gives it a good go with the C4. Well, he doesn't really have a shot. Oh, the M30, I mean, you can see it does a lot of damage in a short period of time. He went down well quick. The only downside to this M13 that I've noticed is you take a big hit on run speed.
There are 24 enemies still
So
out there. Kill 'em all.
it's so slow. It's actually quicker to swap to the SPR when
Enemy
you're running.
UAV
Like if you've got to
overhead.
run into a zone and the zone's catching you, you want to swap to the sniper. It's a bit quicker. But equally, if you're running into the zone
Target ID.
and it's stat critical that you have a fast speed, you're probably fucked up.
Gas is closing in.
Yeah, so I finally see this guy. He's finally showing his head, trying to get in position. A couple of missed shots.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Now I like what I do here because it actually fucking works. And this is another thing that would not have worked pre either ban wave or pre, I don't know, dropping in SBMM ranking, because they always seem to know where I was. I would do that kind of trick where you'd crouch down, move, then pop up, and it would be like they already knew you were there, and they'd just take your head off. Whereas that actually worked there, and that's pretty cool. It's like playing against human players again. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get onto the roof now, because I know there was that guy shooting me on the ground as I parachuted off. Oh yeah, and I see this guy's head. I'm not even quite sure. Am I seeing the head? And then he moves out the way. I missed my chance to shoot him. He must have seen my glare. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to peek again, I'm going to run up, try and find the next window, then have a look. But he's already looking down. I can see his glare.
Enemy UAV overhead.
So the next thing I do
Gas is moving.
is I'm like, well, I'm not peeking again until he's being pushed
Enemy
by the
UAV
zone.
overhead.
So like, yeah, so we're going to wait for that zone to come in, then try and get him, because he's going to be forced to move. Yeah, look, then that was actually quite a lucky shot. I didn't think I was going to hit it because he was moving at the time, but I got it, and that's all that matters. Yeah, there's definitely something going on. Yeah, I don't understand this. Why did he run back? And I think he gets killed by the zone.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. The bounty target is down. Well done.
So yes, it's quite a good situation right now, because
Finish the job.
what, it's pretty much the last zone I've got the roof all to myself. There's only a couple of spots people can come from. So what I'm trying to do is watch that zip line, watch the stairs. I guess there's actually 3 other staircases they can come up, which is not great. They could also see through the roof windows. So I'm trying to stay in cover as much as I can. But I've got the highest ground left on the map, short of the buildings towards port. If someone's on the roof over there. There's only 3 people left. One of those is me. There's 2 people left, one's me. But really, it's about finding where that guy is. And winning that gunfight, which more often than not won't work. So now I'm paranoid about this zip line. I'm like, if he's coming up that way.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
So yeah, I'm just trying to find out where he is. I can't see anyone. The zone's about to shift. I'm trying to wait to the last second to try and, you know, get any sight of him. So I've got a gas mask, I can afford a bit of zone damage. And not like that beam does not kill him, but I thought, like, how he saw me to get that shot, I don't fucking know. Oh yeah, and the mask animation fucks my reload. But I still managed to get him. The M13 is such a beam. And that's it. That's all she wrote. It's been so long since I've won a game. But I mean, you see what I mean? It feels like a completely different game. And like, I don't know if it's the amount of cheaters is less, or if it's skill-based matchmaking, and I've just not played it much, so I'm low ranked, and I'm not being put in these competitive lobbies, but it's just different. People make mistakes now. It felt like no one was making mistakes before. I just don't get it. But I'm happy with it as it currently is. Hopefully it doesn't put me into them shitty lobbies again.